Hi guys, Yuri here again. This is gonna be a humongous video, and I easily could have split this up into 5 separate videos because there is just so much that I've written down. There's so much to talk about regarding Mega Dream EX and Ascended Heroes. I just want to have this full video of me like going over everything that we know about Mega Dream EX, about Ascended Heroes, and some speculation what is possibly going to happen with Ascended Heroes. So that said, strap in, take a seat, make yourself comfortable, because we're gonna be here for a while. First of all, there's some good news about the Mega Dream EX set, and thus also about Ascended Heroes. And one of the good things is Mega Dragonite EX SIR. And I'm specifically talking about the art on the SIR here, because when you look at this SIR for Mega Dragonite, first of all, it looks really pretty, really beautiful card it seems like, but we see a returning theme here, and that is that we also see the full evolution line here. We see Dratini, we see Dragonair, and we see Dragonite, all around Mega Dragonite EX. And that's a returning theme, because, first of all, we started off in the Mega Block having the same thing going on with Mega Gardevoir here, right? So we have Ralts, Kirlia, then we have Gardevoir underneath, and the Mega Gardevoir above. Also, top artwork with Mega Gardevoir EX. Then, similarly, with Mega Charizard, the X version, of course, we have Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then Mega Charizard above it. Absolutely gorgeous artwork, and now we have a similar thing going on with Mega Dragonite, and I'm really happy to see this. I don't know whether this is gonna be a returning theme with future Mega sets like the Ninja Spinner set with Mega Greninja. Probably. They could do that with Mega Greninja as well, of course. Of course, not the same thing going on with. Although I was thinking about Mega Zygarde, because that's gonna probably be the next main set after Mega Dream EX. Mucinex Zero or whatever it's called, like that's revolving around Mega Zygarde. And actually, they could do the same thing for Zygarde as well, because we have the 50% form, we have the 10% form, the dog, the 50% form, the first version that we knew about, and then the complete form, the 100%, and then the Mega Evolution. So there's also a full evolution line basically for Mega Zygarde. So they actually could do a similar thing with Mega Zygarde there. And then we have Greninja for the Mega Spinner, the Ninja Spinner set with Mega Greninja, probably. So I'm very curious. It's a returning theme, and it's very cool that we see this. I'm very happy with Mega Dragonite SIR, and I do come back a little bit on the words that I said before. I said that I'm pretty sure Mega Dragonite is not going to be the top chase in the set. And although I'm not really convinced it's going to be, I do think it's gonna be one of the top cards in the set looking at this art. I'm really convinced it's gonna be one of the top 5 cards maybe. Potentially maybe Gengar would be still above it, although I think this art is much nicer than the Mega Gengar SIR in my opinion. Another good thing is that all the new Mega Evolutions have SIRs in the set, and that was what I really wanted. It would have been a bummer if some older Pokemon got SIRs for the second time potentially, instead of some new Mega Pokemon getting SIRs. But good news, all the new Megas that were announced in Mega Dream EX, the main set, are getting an SIR. So really cool. That includes Mega Frostlass, Mega Electros, Mega Hawlucha, Mega Scrafty, and Mega Dragonite. So 5 new SIRs, 5 SIRs for new Megas there. Another good thing is no Ogerpon SIR in this set. I'm really happy with that one, because we've had so much Ogerpon, and I was like a little bit frustrated to see that Ogerpon EX was still in this set. There's a couple of sets that I'm really confused about why they are returning in this set. It's like Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, Stellar Crown, even Shrouded Fable, and I don't know, like it's kind of weird in my opinion. But so no Ogerpon SIR in this set, and there's actually tons of EXs in the Mega Dream EX set that don't have SIRs. I'm just gonna go over all of these Pokemon. So these are the Pokemon themselves are in the set, but they have no SIR in this set of Mega Dream EX. And that includes Yanmega EX, Ho-Oh EX, Reshiram EX. It's all EXs, so I'm gonna skip that. So we have Ceruledge, Zekrom, Mega Gardevoir, Latias, Cynthia's Garchomp, Mega Lucario, Team Rocket's Crobat, Genesect, Hops Zacian, Dragapult, and Terapagos. All of them are in the set, but they don't have SIRs or Full Arts or whatever. So that's what we saw through all the new secret rares that we've got to see, that we were able to see in Mega Dream EX earlier today. One thing that I'm a little bit bummed out about, I'm not too surprised it is like that, but I hoped a little bit that there would be a illustration rare for Rayquaza. There sadly isn't. There's a holo Rayquaza, and it's the first Rayquaza that we see since Sword and Shield, since Crown Zenith. That was the last that we saw a Rayquaza for, so only a holo for now, no IR. It would have been cool to combine it with the Groudon from Paradox Rift, and maybe later on getting one for Kyogre. Sadly, that's not going to be the case for this set, but that's not a major issue. I'm already glad that they put Rayquaza in this set. Now, we're going to go over the full secret rare set list for Mega Dream EX, and there's so much more to talk about afterwards regarding Ascended Heroes, the English version of Mega Dream EX. Let's go over it. So we have all the illustration rares here. These are just pictures. It's not official scans just yet, so I'm sure we're going to get more detailed, better scans in the next couple of hours, days, whatever. And it's gonna look much clearer, I'm sure, but we already have an idea what all these cards are going to look like. First of all, there's 193 main set cards in Mega Dream EX. That's a little bit different for Ascended Heroes though. But the first one here is Beautifly. Beautifly illustration rare, flying over a field, looks pretty okay. Probably not going to be the most popular, but it's a beautiful card, it seems. Dustox makes sense. Both of them are the bug Pokemon from the 3rd generation, like you had Beedrill and Butterfree in the 1st generation. So, also a similar area, it seems like, but at night, apparently. Then we got Budew. I kind of like it. I don't know exactly what's going on. Is it like some kind of water with reflection? There's some stars here. I don't really know exactly what's going on in the art, but I like the colors here. Then we have Ethan's Magcargo, and this looks really cool. I think it's not gonna be a personal favorite, or not a favorite for a lot of people, I think. But I really like the art, I like the background. This is what an IR is supposed to be, in my opinion. Probably, I'm pretty sure this is the best Magcargo card ever made. If you can show me another Magcargo card that is better than this one, in your opinion, let me know in the comment section down below. Then we got Numel. More of an outlining going on right here. Volcanic area makes huge amounts of sense. Looks okay. It kind of reminds me of the artwork of the Team Rocket's Nidoking SIR, as there was also quite a bit of outlining there. I like the Nidoking better though, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. We have a good scan of the Psyduck. We already saw this one before. Not sure still if I prefer this one or the Misty Psyduck from Destined Rivals. I think the Misty Psyduck is just a little bit higher up there in my personal taste. Then we got the Snorunt IR. It is cool that we have Snorunt because we also have an SIR for Mega Frostlass. So that kind of makes sense. Snowy area, very low quality scan here, right? Then we have Heliolisk sitting on a roof and kind of acting like a solar panel, it seems. So that's a really cool artwork in my opinion. He's like glowing kind of too. So he always reminds me of the, I forget the name of the dinosaur in Jurassic Park. The one with the, what is it, like flaps? I don't know. Then we got Miss Drevis IR. Looks cool. It's hard to see, tough to see what's going on exactly, but looks kind of okay. Then we got Togekiss here, flying above the roofs. It's okay, not the most insane art, I think, but I like Togekiss as a Pokemon, so. Then we got Hops Trevenant. Pretty surprising, didn't expect this one to be in here. Looks kind of cool. Trevenant is a 6th gen Pokemon. I did not even relate Trevenant to Hop, actually, but hey, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Then we got Team Rocket's Mimikyu. That's a kind of a cool art. Probably is going to be one of the more popular IRs from the set. Then we got Team Rocket's Ductrio. I kind of like the art here, but it also kind of, I don't know, throws me off, because I don't know exactly what's happening here. It seems like it's just 2 different pictures here. But Giovanni is looking like he's standing on some part of ground where Ductrio is underneath. I don't know, like, it's a cool artwork. It's just different. Medicham IR. I think this is kind of nice too. These lights, these balls around him, kind of reminds me of the Regis of Gen 3 as well. But it's a cool artwork, and the pose he is taking here kind of fits, I think, with the art style here. I like that one. Cynthia's Spiritomb. I was about to say Garchomp. Cynthia's Spiritomb. This kind of reminds me. I think we've seen this one before, right? This reminds me kind of the Spiritomb from the Trainer Gallery in Lost Origin. I believe it was without Cynthia, of course, but it's pretty reminiscent of that one, I think. Looks cool though. Looks really cool. And then we got Obstagoon, Galarian Obstagoon. This looks cool, in my opinion. This looks really badass for Obstagoon. We had the Galarian Obstagoon also in the Trainer Gallery. Was it from Astral Radiance? I believe it was. The Yellow Border Trainer Gallery. This is cooler, I think, in my opinion. This looks really like a badass version of him. So I really like this artwork. And then we got probably my favorite one in Mega Dream EX, but it's not going to be in Ascended Heroes because it's going to be a promo in our ETB for Ascended Heroes. But this is really cool. The artwork of Ens Zekrom goes together, of course, with the Ens Reshiram from Journey Together. Really cool artwork. Then we have Dreepy. And I don't have the SIR here for Dragapult, but I said it before. This is the same artist, and it's a very similar style as the Dragapult SIR for Prismatic Evolutions, from Prismatic Evolutions. We have Dreepy here, then we have Dracloak, also very similar style, same artists, same thing. We've seen this before in the previous update video. And then the last one here is Fan Rotom as a normal type here. Looks like an interesting environment. Looks like a cool IR. Very bad scan though. But this is the last IR for Mega Dream EX apparently. Then we got some full art item cards. And there's a couple of them. I don't know the translation of these, but let me actually go down. Maybe we'll see it. That's Ens PP up. That's pretty specific. Then we have the Glass Trumpet here. The Ultra Ball and Team Rocket's Transceiver. And then we got the Counter Switch. So those are the item cards. So 5 full art item cards. Not a lot of people care about these full art items. I At least I do not. I don't see a lot of hype for these cards, to be honest. Then we got the full arts supporter cards. We got Canary. Is it Canary or Canary? I would say Canary. I could be wrong. Apparently this girl is being compared to Iono. I can see kind of why. The color pattern and such is kind of similar. We got the black belt. I don't know the name of these two girls, but I recognize them from the games. And then we got Area Zero Underdeaths, is it? Oh no, Jamming Tower. I'm sorry. But okay, so then we get to the next section, which are the Mega Attack Rares. The new rarity in this set, starting off with Mega Charizard X, which we have gotten as a promo in our Mega Charizard X EX UPC. And so we recently got to know that there's more than 3 in the set, which is going to be interesting. And this is one of the ones that we haven't seen before, Mega Frostlass Mega Attack Rare. This looks really cool in my opinion. There's a couple of them and they look really awesome in my opinion. To be honest, I don't know if you know guys, but these cards are Japanese and they have the English text on them. In English, they're gonna have the Japanese text going through the card. Personally, I actually like the English text on top of it a bit more. It's just lined out just a little bit nicer in my opinion. The lines that it goes through, it looks a little bit better in my opinion. The Japanese cards with the English text across them. Let me know in the comment section down below guys, which is your preference? The English cards with the Japanese text or the Japanese cards with the English text? So, Mega Frostlass EX Mega Attack Rare. Then we have Mega Electros EX Mega Attack Rare. Disaster Shock. I think this is really cool, guys. I think this is really cool. Then we've seen this one before. Mega Gardevoir as the Mega Symphonia one as the attack. Then we got... oh, a little bit too far there. Mega Diancie, and I really like this one. First of all, the colors, but also it's like, I don't know, the way this font is used for the text on top here. The Garland Ray, is it that? We don't fully see the word here, but it's like the text is coming to you, and it kind of reminds me of Star Wars with the credits, kind of. It's not the same colors, whatever, but like the way it is portrayed here kind of reminds me of that. I really like this one, the Mega Attack Rare. We've seen Mega Lucario from Mega Brave, and then we have the Mega Hawlucha Mega Attack Rare. Also one of my favorites, Somersault Dive. Really cool one. Really cool. Then we have Mega Gengar Mega Attack Rare. Cool, Void Gale. What can I say? I'm a fan of these. I'm really a fan of these. And I'm wondering if these will be the new full arts kind of the sets. Because there's no full art Pokemon like we had before in this set. We just have these Mega Attack Rares instead, it seems like. But they are behind the full art trainers in the set ordering. So whilst the full art Pokemon would come like before those. But these do kind of look to me like they're the new full arts in this set. But they're much nicer in my opinion. I really like them. Then we got Mega Scrafty. I really think they did a good job with Mega Scrafty as its like design. At Outlawless? Outlawless? Is it Outlawless or Outlaw Leg? I think it's Outlawless, right? Could be totally wrong there. Really like that one. Mega Dragonite here. Rayuno Glide. It seems like it's very sparkly here. And the colors here, very reminiscent of the ETB that we're getting actually as well. So these are the Mega Attack Rares. And then we get to the SIRs. And I'm a huge fan of most of these. Mega Frostlass SIR looks really cool. Really good artwork, snowy area around him, around her, excuse me, with some trees, with almost no leaves, a little bit of snow going on there. I like the coloring there. Then we got Pikachu EX SIR. And I don't really know how to feel about this. I think it's kind of cute. I'm not sure though if I like it better or worse than the previous one. I'm not too sure. We have the Pikachu from Surging Sparks. It's the same Pikachu from Surging Sparks, but I don't know. I think I like the Pikachu from Surging Sparks just a little bit more still, because I think it's like, I think it's more beautiful. I think it's more of an art. This, it looks more like a full art to me. It looks like more like a full art to me, because you have like mostly a pink plain background. There's even less going on in the background here, at least with Pikachu from Surging Sparks. He's walking in a field of grass, at least you have that. But here, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of cute, but I think I still prefer the Pikachu SIR from Surging Sparks. Let me know in the comment section what your guys' opinion is on that. Then we have the Mega Electros SIR. It looks like it's going to be a really cool artwork, and I'm pretty curious to see who is the artist for this card, because it would not surprise me if this would be the same artist that we had for the Hydreigon from White Flare, or the Zekrom from Black Bolt, and such, because it looks similar. It looks similar. Or the same artwork, artist from the Mega Charizard X SIR. It's the same one. I'm really curious about that. Looks like a cool artwork. Then we have Iono's Belly Bolts SIR. Also not too sure whether I like this one better or the one from Journey Together. Not exactly sure. I think, it's tough. This one is tough. This one is really tough. You can see Belly Bolt fully. There's more colors going on around them. But here she's like holding him. Again, I might probably prefer the one from Journey Together slightly. I don't know. Not entirely sure. Then the next one is Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And the interesting thing about this is, we of course had the SIR from Destined Rivals right here, but they basically switched it up, because in Destined Rivals Giovanni is in the foreground and Mewtwo in the background. Here Mewtwo is in the foreground and Giovanni in the background, so I like that they made that switch. But here it is more like a 3D kind of artwork, it seems like, a bit darker it feels than the one here from Destined Rivals. I think I prefer the one from Destined Rivals. Definitely. I think it's kind of cool. I think they could have done better again, because it's more like a sneaky card instead of like an action shot of Mewtwo, like loading some kind of beam. That's not what's happened here, but I think I like the one from Team Rocket's, from Destined Rivals a tad bit more than this one. Then we have Mega Diancie SIR. To be honest, I like Mega Diancie, as its design is really, really pretty, I think. But I think I like the Mega Attack Rare from Mega Diancie a bit more than the SIR. And that's probably the first one here that I have that opinion for. But I do think this one, I think it's a nice card, but I don't think it overtakes, or it like is better than the Mega Attack Rare version of this card. Now this Mega Hawlucha SIR, and it's not surprising, it's from Akira Agawa, who also drew the Mega Latias, the was it like the, it was not the Charizard. Wait a minute. I'm blanking now. He made some crazy artworks, but this looks amazing. This is one of my favorite SIRs from the entire set. This looks so good. So good. That's a new one. I really like it. I really like it. It's one... is it my favorite one for the new Megas? I'm not sure if I like this better or the Mega Dragonite SIR. We're gonna go through all of them. Here we have Mega Gengar SIR. We've talked about this one before. And personally, I don't think this is the best artwork in the set. And personally, I don't really think this tops the VMAX alt art from Fusion Strike. I think the colors are nicer and it's probably going to be more vibrant. But overall, I don't think this will top the Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. I don't see it happening. Actually, I think the best Gengar artwork is probably, in my opinion, the one from the Collect 151. That one, or the one from Gem Pack Volume 3. I think the one from Collect 151 is a bit better, in my opinion. But okay, next. We got Mega Scrafty. This is perfect art for Mega Scrafty, in my opinion. The neighborhood, its clothing. I mean, the clothing, it's part of its design, of course. But this fits Mega Scrafty so well. I see, like, a combination. Like, imagine... I'm just thinking about this on the spot right now. But when I look at this area, I also kind of think about, like, of Toxtricity. And then I thought, like, wait, they would make up, they would make a great pair together, right? And then I thought, whoa, that would be a nice tag team if they ever bring back tag team in some future sets. Mega Scrafty or Scrafty with Toxtricity. Perfect combination, I think. That aside, that has nothing to do with the set. This one, Ents Zoroark. Now this I prefer over the original one. The one from Journey Together, I think this one looks nice. But this one looks better in my opinion. This just looks better in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of the artwork we see with Mega Gardevoir SIR. Or the Miss Mages IR from, was it Paldea Evolved? A combination of those two kind of reminds me of that artwork, but it looks gorgeous in my opinion. Zoroark has been getting some kind of love lately with like the IR in White Flare, the SIR in Journey Together, now an SIR in Mega Dream EX, had a Galarian, no, a Hisuian form with an alt art in Crown Zenith. What else? What am I missing? I mean, Zorua had IRs, both as a promo and as and in the set of White Flare. Has gotten some kind of love the last couple of years, it seems. Also one of my favorites here. Then we have the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. We've seen this one before, kind of like this one too. Then the Fezandipiti. I think this is much nicer than the Fezandipiti that we had in Shrouded Fable. Although, of course, it was a theme in Shrouded Fable, the way all these SIRs were drawn. But I think this one is way better. I think it's still weird that we got these Pokemon even in the set. Because they're from like 1.5 years almost ago. And, I mean, but it's a beautiful art. I think it's a beautiful art. I like it. But it's just not gonna be the most popular. Obviously, it's Fezandipiti. But it's playable, so. Then we got Steven's Metagross. I did not expect this. What am I talking about? This is not N. Steven's Metagross. I love this because, I mean, first of all, it's not a good scan. We don't see a lot of what's going on. I'm really curious what it will look like when it's actually a official scan. I don't really think it's gonna be the best art ever. But it's really cool to see that Metagross gets an SIR in this set because we recently got Steven's Beldum as an IR in the battle rival decks. Was it like that? And we also got the Metagross, Steven's Metagross, as the regular EX in that deck. So it's nice to see that we get the Metagross SIR in this set too. Really like this choice. Then we got the Mega Dragonite, of course. Definitely one of my favorites here. And then here, usually I'm not too fond of the trainer SIRs, but I absolutely love this one. And if you know me, you probably know why, and that is because we see Haxorus in the art. It kind of reminds me of the Cynthia and the Garchomp and her Garchomp in Hidden Fates, the full art there. It was very similar. Champion with her ace, and we got Iris here, the champion with her ace, Haxorus. We also have Aggron in the foreground and then Druddigon in the background. I absolutely love this art. This is one that I really want to have in the future. I think this is not going to be the most expensive card in the future because it's a trainer card, and in English usually those don't perform very well. But I'm definitely a fan of this artwork. Then we have what's the girl again? Forgot the name here. God damn it, Canary. Canary. Now I lost track of where we were. Okay, but then we got Surfer SIR. I'm not a fan of this. It's not that I don't like the artwork, but it's just, who cares about the Surfer? I don't know anybody that really cares about the Surfer that much. Like, it's a forgetful like character, I think. Like, where was it that you could pull the full art Surfer? Was it Surging no, what? I don't remember which. Was it Journey Together? I don't remember. But the Surfer full art, we had it before. Now we have an SIR. Like, imagine pulling this one. I think most people would not be very too excited about this. It's an SIR. It's whatever. I hope to God if I pull an SIR, it's not this one. Because this is probably my least favorite SIR from the entire set. It's not what I was hoping for, actually. And then we got the gold Dragonite, the Mega Ultra Rare Dragonite EX. Okay, so that was everything regarding Mega Dream EX. I haven't done a pre-order on Mega Dream EX, but I have done a pre-order on Ascended Heroes right now. I've done a pre-order, a good amount, but not too much. It was an okay price, and I'm happy with that. If it ever goes lower than that, then I can still buy some more. If it just rises in price, then I'm glad with the amount that I will have or get. I hope it's not getting cancelled. You never know about that, because last year with Prismatic Evolutions, that was a bit tougher, right? Now, let's talk about Ascended Heroes and what we know about that set, and what we know about Mega Dream EX. We know everything basically about Mega Dream EX, and there's some weird differences between both sets. Let's go over everything. First of all, let me actually grab the where is it? Yeah. Let me grab all the information that we got about the set Ascended Heroes, and let's see how it stacks up against Mega Dream EX. In Ascended Heroes, there's gonna be over 290 cards, but in Mega Dream EX, there's only 223. In Ascended Heroes, there will be over 30 trainer cards. In Mega Dream EX, there's 48 trainer cards. That is more than 30, but it's still kind of strange. Why would they not say like over 40 cards or over 45 trainer cards for Ascended Heroes? Are there gonna be less trainer cards in that set compared to Mega Dream EX? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. You could interpret this different ways here. In Ascended Heroes, and this is where it starts to get a little bit weird, there's gonna be 13 Mega Evolution Pokemon EXs. I counted them for Mega Dream EX, and there's only 7. That's weird. Where are those other 6 coming from? We haven't really seen any other Mega Evolutions coming to the set or being revealed whatsoever. And the only thing that I can imagine where they would come from, or partially come from, is probably the Start Deck 100 Battle Collection, which is, let's see here, which is this. They're going to release this deck, or this collection, or whatever. They're going to release this December 19th. So in a couple of weeks, they're going to release this in Japan. And by then, we're probably going to know what potentially could be in our English set. Because we actually don't know anything except for the Charizard that is in this and the Pikachu that is in this collection whatsoever. Like, so we still don't know a lot about this. And besides the Charizard and the Pikachu, the only Mega that we see on the artwork of these decks, of these collections, is Mega Audino. But even if they add Mega Audino and Charizard, that's only 2 Megas that are extra in the set, if they don't leave any other out from Mega Dream EX. So there's still 4 more that we need then. Now the interesting thing on the image of these decks is that there's 4 cards that are actually backwards. We only see the back of 4 of these cards. Is that intentional because there's 4 cards that we are not supposed to see on the artwork here? I'm not sure. Is there gonna be more Megas here that we don't see on the artwork? I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks. Or if there's more news the next coming weeks, we probably will know by then. But now we just don't know yet. There's some more things that we can take out of this artwork that we can put into the set. And that's some of the other EXs. We see Mega Audino here. We see Milotic. We see Excadrill. Is there any other that we see from the cards here? I don't believe so. But there are some other things that we can assume. Maybe Raging Bolt EX is gonna come back. Maybe Greninja EX. Maybe Armarouge EX. And the rest is pretty much already in the set. The Pikachu, I don't really see them putting Pikachu EX in this set because we already have Terra Pikachu in the set. That would be kind of weird. The Pikachu from this set is gonna be this one. I don't see them putting in this one. Having 2 different EXs in the same set is kind of strange, I think. I don't think they're gonna do that. But so yes, that's what we know so far about these 100 starter decks, whatever. But so there's a couple of EXs missing that we still don't know. Then, in Ascended Heroes, there's gonna be 6 Terra Pokemon EXs. Whilst in the Mega Dream EX set, there's only 5 Terra Pokemon EX. I don't know what other card that we are. I don't know which other card we are missing that is gonna be in there. Maybe it's also from the Starter Deck Generations. I'm not entirely sure which one that would be. Maybe if it would be a Greninja. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But that's okay. Like, there's only 1 Terra Pokemon missing. But okay, so there's 1 Terra Pokemon missing there. There's also gonna be 20 regular Pokemon EXs, apparently. But if we look at Mega Dream EX, there's only 13. There's 7 Pokemon EXs missing. And again, like, we can look at what we know from these Star Deck 100 Battle Collection. But 7 EXs missing, that's a lot. Where would these EXs come from? I have no idea. I have no idea. Of course, the main set could be different for Ascended Heroes, but it would be kind of vastly different, right? It gets even weirder. Because now we see in Ascended Heroes, there would be, presumably, 33 illustration rares. If you count them earlier, there were only 20 there were only 20 ARs. Not IRs in Japanese, ARs, art rares in Mega Dream EX. Only 20. So there's 13 missing. whilst there actually is only one IR that we could get, as far as I know, that hasn't been released in English yet. And that is the Japanese promo of Iono's Wattrel. This one is a promo in Japanese, and we haven't had this card in English. And lo and behold, Iono's Wattrel is in the set of Mega Dream EX, but probably it's gonna be in our set too then. So that's one IR for our side. Now on the other hand, there's also one IR that is taken out of the set as the promo, being the Ents Zekrom. So we're right back at square one. We still need 13 IRs extra to add to Ascended Heroes. So that is already really weird. Then the next part is something that I don't really understand. In Ascended Heroes, they say there's gonna be 14 ultra rare Mega Evolution Pokemon EX, and trainer cards. Now, are they talking about full arts? Because this is weird. If you combine trainer full arts and the Mega Attack rare Pokemon, maybe that's how they would count them. But then why do they say after this there's 7 Mega Attack rare Mega Evolution Pokemon EXs? So I think the 14 ultra rare Mega Evolution Pokemon, etc., are actually just purely full arts. But in Mega Dream EX, there's only 9. And they are only supporter and trainer, only item and supporter cards. Full arts. And there's 9. So will they just add 5 Pokemon full art from nowhere? It's kind of weird in my opinion. There's one full art trainer that we haven't seen before that they could add, and that's the Sharon from Black Bolt and White Flare that we haven't seen. I mean, that was a promo in Japan, but we haven't seen that in English. Maybe they will add that one as a full art trainer, but there's still 4 more cards that they need to add then. And they specifically say Mega Evolution and Pokemon EXs as well. So I assume that's not gonna be just trainer cards. That's kind of weird in my opinion. Then 7 Mega Attack rare Mega Evolution Pokemon EXs. This makes sense because there's 10 of these Mega Attack rares in Mega Dream EX, and 3 of them are gonna be promos in our set. So there's 7 other ones for the English set, and that makes total sense. And the next part is also weird. 22 special illustration rares. If we look at Mega Dream EX, there's only 17. There's 5 less SIRs in Mega Dream EX. Where will these SIRs come from? I don't get it. So there's a lot of cards that we don't get in English. Or sorry, there's a lot of cards that are supposedly going to be in the English set that we don't have in the Japanese set. We haven't even talked about the Mega Ultra Rare Dragonite, the gold card. This one is not even mentioned in English. So why isn't that one mentioned? Did they just forget to put it in? Did they not know how many there were in? Like, I'm kind of confused here. I assume Mega Dragonite Gold is gonna be still in the set. Is it gonna be the only one? It seems to be. Or will they not even put it in the set? I mean, I don't know. We just don't know. I would assume they put it in, but for some reason it's not in the info that we've gotten. So we are missing illustration rares. We're missing SIRs. We're missing regular EXs. We're missing a Terra Pokemon EX. We're missing the MURs. So I'm so confused right now on how they will fill all this up. There's only so many cards they can add from those Start Deck 100 battle collections, right? The only thing I can see that working is if they have if for some reason they have IRs and SIRs and golds in those decks. If that's the case, it makes sense. They could add some of those cards for our English set But do you really see that happening? I mean, in the starter deck generations from last year, we only had regular EXs. And some of them were added to Prismatic Evolutions, some of them were put as promos in some of the tins that we've gotten in English. But what are the chances that they put IRs, SIRs, and golds in these Star Deck 100 battle collections? If that is the case, those will be bought out so fast, right? I don't think the starter deck generations were immensely popular, but if they would put IRs and SIRs in these 100 battle collections, that would be insane. Something tells me that's not gonna happen. Something tells me that there's not gonna be IRs, SIRs, or golds in these collections. But if that's correct, I also don't see there being an SIR or gold for Charizard Y, or for Mega Charizard Y, in the set. Then the question is just, where do these other cards come from? Because, like, it doesn't make sense, right? Also, if we look at the pack art for the English set and the Japanese set, they look very similar. The only differences is that in the Japanese set we have, or the pack art, we have Mega Electros here and Mega Hawlucha over here. In the English set, both of them have been removed and we have Mega Charizard Y instead. Again, it does not mean because it's on the pack art that they get an SIR. For goodness sake, Ho-Oh is on the pack art, and Ho-Oh doesn't have an SIR in this set. So it is perfectly possible that Charizard also does not get an SIR. And my assumption is there's not gonna be an SIR for Charizard. If there is, I will gladly be proven wrong. I'd love it. I prefer it if there would be an SIR for Mega Charizard Y. But I really don't see it happening personally. Now, the thing is, like, does this even matter? Now, I saw a video from Ross, PTCG Radio, talking about the pack arts and Mega Hawlucha and Mega Electros not being on the English pack art. And his assumption was that Mega Hawlucha would not be in the set and potentially Mega Electros neither. For Mega Electros, it was kind of like it could be in the set because, like, they just needed to make room for Mega Charizard just as a promo. It just makes sense to put Mega Charizard on the pack art if it's in the set. It's vastly more popular than Electros. So if Electros makes room for Mega Charizard, doesn't directly mean that Mega Electros is out of the set. But Mega Hawlucha was in a spot on the art here, on the pack art, that didn't need replacement. It's still not in the set. It's still not on the pack art though. So he assumed it's not gonna be in the English set. But if they take out Mega Hawlucha from the set, they would need to replace it with another card, because we're still like missing 5 SIRs, 7 regular EXs and such. So why would they take out Mega Hawlucha and potentially Mega Electros? I don't think that would make sense. Like, it could, like, I don't say it's not possible. They could maybe put those as promos in some kind of products, although I don't think that would be a smart decision, because these are 2 new ones, new Pokemon. I think it would be weird. So I still think Mega Hawlucha and Mega Electros are going to be in the set. But I do think Mega Charizard Y is not going to get an SIR or gold in the set. And I assume it's just going to be the Dragonite gold for now. I'm just very curious what the extra EXs and SIRs are going to be in the set that are now missing from what we know from Mega Dream EX. Well, guys, that was actually basically everything that I wanted to talk about. I know it was a lot. I know it was a lot of information and a lot of speculation, but I just really wanted to talk about this because first of all, I'm very excited, but I'm also very confused. So, and just talking about it, and you guys giving reactions, giving comments can help. So I'm really curious, guys, what your thoughts are about what we've just talked about in this video. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other update videos on the channel or some of my openings. I really appreciate your support, guys. Thank you so much, and see you guys next time. Bye.